guys, welcome back to Mixed Media. Today's case, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. But today's case, we'll be covering the Bresha Meadows case. And this was a case that was pretty popular when it came out. I will be including pictures in the video. You guys might see her and think that she's familiar. It is because her case was pretty big when it came out. So, Bresha Meadows was born in Warren, Ohio, the youngest of her two siblings. She was 14 at the time of the incident. She lived with her mother and her father, Brandy and Jonathan Meadows. According to friends and family, Bresha's mother was in an abusive relationship with Jonathan, Bresha's father. Friends and family recount Jonathan being physical and with his wife and children. Brandy says he was very controlling with his family and just with her in general. In the late night of July 28, 2016, at 3:20 a.m., she went to where her father slept, Bresha Meadows, grabbed the gun he had threatened the family with on so many different occasions. She alleged she grabbed the gun, set it down, then picked it back up, contemplating, and she aimed the gun and fired. Bresha was quoted saying the thoughts going through her mind when she was contemplating shooting her father were all the abuse she endured at the hands of her father, physical, sexual, and verbal. She thought about her older siblings and how they would leave home soon and she would be left with him. She thought about her mother's casket at her funeral, and she pulled the trigger. Immediately after she pulled the trigger, shocked by her own actions, she ran upstairs and she jumped in the shower fully clothed. Her mother says that she remembers hearing a loud scream and then a shot. And then she came into the room where she heard the shot and she immediately called 911. I'm going to insert the interrogation video in here so that you guys can see a little bit of that and just kind of see her mannerisms as far as the interrogation goes. Me personally, I love interrogation videos because it really does show if the person is guilty or not, if you ask me, because most innocent people have the same reaction, just like most guilty people have the same reaction.
I don't know what to do, Bresha. I just don't know what to do. I don't either. I want to I didn't mean to disappoint you. I didn't mean to know I tried to say you. Josh, I'm telling you, love you. Please, it's okay. Everything's okay. It's going to get us there. You might have to talk to them. I don't know, because I don't know why you did this. I don't either. I told her to yes. I didn't mean to. What's wrong with me? I don't think it's okay. He pushed everybody hard. It's okay. Did you plan this? No. Are you? No, I would, but I didn't mean it. I was just angry.
Of her and her mother, she just seems like a baby, like a scared baby. She doesn't seem like a cold-hearted killer, if you ask me. Because her father, Jonathan Meadows, his side of the family have spoken out and they feel like the fact that she shot him and could possibly get off with it because she is very young, 14 years old. And she's alleged abuse, not only physical, but, essay abuse and, basically just all of the forms of abuse you could have. And they are saying on his side of the family that that's not true. So I just wanted to present both sides of the story. His family is saying that it's not true. He never physically abused his family, wasn't controlling, etc. And family and friends on their side are saying that no, he was very controlling and he was abusive. I would like to note that he did have a case sometime in the early 2000s where the police were called to his home and he was arrested, and it was noted that he was threatening his family with the same gun that Bresha ended up shooting him with years later. So that is noted. I believe that she was a victim of domestic violence. She has came out and she has called her daughter a hero, and she thanks her daughter for saving her life. And she said, quote unquote, "Thank you for doing what I could not do." So take that how you will. So the update on her case though, she was released in 2018. She served a year and 6 months, and she went back to high school as a junior. Now, my own personal reasons for believing that Bresha and her mother were both domestic violence victims is because Bresha ran away 2 times before the incident happened. So she ran away twice, and each time that she ran away, she did reach out for help. Bresha's aunt is a Cleveland police officer, and even she is quoted saying, "From day one, she was born into a nightmare." And Bresha reached out to the police twice. She reached out to CPS twice, and all adults in the scenario just really failed her. And, but it still does pose the question, even though she was released and, her time is paid, I really feel like no one will ever know did she really just snap, or was she just so angry with her father that she killed him? So I guess that's the big question. I really want to know what you guys think down in the comment section about this case. I thought it was super interesting. What do you think about Bresha only getting a year and 6 months in jail? Do you think that that's more than enough time? Or do you think she shouldn't even got a year and 6 months? I really want to know what you guys think. Let's get these conversations started. And until next time.